We are young, we are few, but we come to you. We are old, sometimes strong. We believe that we've come a long, long way.
Just give me a second. I just have to unwrap these and then we can go ahead and put the Seder plate on the table. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. You're so sweet. I am so glad that it was suggested to me to freeze the shank bone. So now I have it all ready for Seder. This is amazing. Okay, go put this on the table.
Don't you need an orange?
Oh, thanks. I totally forgot. Okay, put this on the Seder plate. All right, go put it on the table. We'll start in just a second.
Chagadia, Chagadia, and Chagadia, 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 Chagadia. Okay, everybody in. And on three. 1, 2, 3. Pesach!
Hag Sameach, everyone. Welcome to the Hornston Stern Seder.
And the Michael Seder table.
The question on everyone's mind is why?
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Well, on all other nights, we don't allow phones or devices at our Seder table. But on this night, we're all about our phones and devices. The cool thing is, it's through these devices that we can welcome guests to our virtual Seder. Hundreds, if not thousands.
Where's Danny?
What? I don't know, maybe he's under the table.
Maybe he's hiding the Afikomen.
Maybe he's hanging out with Elijah.
Or maybe he's FaceTiming us.
Why should our table be any different from any other table?
You may be wondering how this is going to work. Well, since you're here with us, you've already figured out how to download or stream our Seder. You can watch it in its entirety or simply click on the chapters that pertain to your family.
So we're going to be using the Kveler Haggadah. You can find it on our website, and you can go through the Seder with us, and we'll be directing you to the page. Or, because we're not really reading from the actual Haggadah, you can use your own Seder, your own Haggadah that you have at home. And so it's time to celebrate together the ancient story of our people that becomes real to us tonight as it was back in ancient days.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlikner shel Yom Tov.
We join together in the Festival Kiddush on page 13 in the Kveler Haggadah, or whatever Haggadah you're using at home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am veromemanu mikol lashon v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu me'ahava moadim lesimcha chagim uzmanim lesason et yom chag hamatzot hazeh zman chirutenu mikra kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Yevanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim u'moadei kodshecha v'simcha u'sason hinaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Yisrael ve'hazmanim. And on this first night of Pesach, we join together in Shehecheyanu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehecheyanu v'kiyemanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. L'chaim.
We turn now to the Seder plate, which represents the themes of our Passover Seder. And so here we have the shank bone, which represents the Paschal lamb, the sacrifice in the ancient temple. We have the egg, which represents springtime and fertility and new life. We also have the karpas, the parsley, also representing springtime and new life. One of my favorites, the moror, the bitter herbs, delicious, but representing the bitterness of slavery. Also representing bitterness, sometimes we put lettuce, romaine lettuce or endive, some sort of bitter lettuce on our Seder plate, also representing that bitterness of slavery. And the delicious charoset, in this case, apples, nuts, cinnamon, and wine, representing the mortar for the bricks that the Israelites used in slavery. Strange, on our Seder plate we have an orange. It's a modern addition, which represents LGBTQ inclusion. It also represents women rabbis and women in the rabbinate. So, I have a few other things that we can add to our Seder plate. Let me look in my purse and see what I can find. Chocolate, fair trade chocolate representing equality, justice, and sustainable environmental practices. A banana. It is what we are using to represent the refugee crisis. And also in my purse, of course, I have a pine cone representing the issue of mass incarceration. And doesn't everybody have a Costco-size container of cashews in their purse? Representing our troops and honoring our troops. And so these are the items that we have on our Seder plate this year, representing the issues that we are confronting in our day, as well as traditional symbols for the Seder plate.
Now we come to the urchatz, or the traditional washing of the hands. Now I must admit that among Reformed Jews, often this step is skipped in the Seder, but not this year. We are all washing our hands, and we are doing it for 20 seconds. But I am so sick of singing the alphabet song that I've come up with a new way to determine 20 seconds of washing. Here we go. Hilu hoti hotianu mi Mitzrayim, hotianu mi Mitzrayim, dayenu, 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 dayenu. And there we go. Our hands are washed, and we're ready for the Seder. It is now time for us to dip the parsley of spring into the salt water of tears. A reminder that for our ancestors, spring was the most difficult time to be enslaved. I don't know about you, but I've been cooped up in this house for about 3 weeks, and spring is becoming difficult. And yet, this symbol teaches us that spring, freedom, enjoyment will come once again. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'adamah. And now, I take this middle piece of matzah, and I break it exactly in half. Well, not exactly. There's a smaller piece and a larger piece. And the smaller piece we call the Afikomen, or the dessert. And of course, it's very precious. We can't end the Seder without it. So we take it and we wrap it carefully in this napkin. And of course, we cannot lose it because, as I said, without the Afikomen, the Seder cannot end. And so make sure that you keep your eye on it. Wait, where did it go? We lost it already. Kids, you're going to have to help us find it later, or the Seder will never end. שאתה עבדי לשנה הבאה בני חורין.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kaluzny Tisdale Kirshner Seder. If you're asking why this night is different than all other nights, I think it's pretty clear. We are doing a Zoom Seder, as I'm sure many of you will be doing this year, and we have reached the point of the 4 questions, and our Kaluzny kids are still the youngest. So are you guys all ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות, מכל הלילות, שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה, חמץ ומצה. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, כולו מצה. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, כולו מצה. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים שאר ירקות, שאר ירקות. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, מרור, מרור. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, מרור, מרור. שבכל הלילות אם אנו מטבילים אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, שתי פעמים. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, שתי פעמים. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים בין יושבים ובין מסובים, בין יושבים ובין מסובים. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, כולנו מסובים. הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, כולנו מסובים.
What do you think, everybody?
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a treat.
Thank you.
Every year around our Seder table, we are introduced to 4 children. One wise, one wicked, one simple, and one who does not know how to ask. On all other nights, we would interpret their questioning or lack thereof as a reaction to the holiday and all the symbols and rituals that go along with Passover. However, this year, as we are living under extraordinary circumstances, the wise, the wicked, the simple, and the one who does not know how to ask are referring to the COVID-19 outbreak and how it has transformed the world and how we live. The wise child. This child has been watching the news and reading every article they can about the COVID-19 pandemic. They want to understand why it is novel, what is novel about it, and how it affects our bodies and our societies. We answer this child with the facts they are seeking and vow to continue to answer their questions for as long as this pandemic lasts. The wicked child. This child looks at news reports and says, "What does this have to do with me? Why do I have to social distance? I am young and healthy, and it is my right to go where I want and do what I want. It is not for me to protect others, and it's their problem if they get sick." We answer this child by saying that not only are all Jews responsible for one another, but as citizens of this country, we are all responsible for each other. We tell this child that even if they chose to self-isolate, they probably would contract the virus because they didn't take the warning seriously and most probably have been exposed several times. The simple child. This child hasn't realized what is happening around them and hasn't taken the time to ask. Now, on Seder night, this child asks to be taught the entirety of the pandemic story while standing on one foot. We tell this child, a virus began in China, it came here, it is very dangerous. Now go and study. The one who does not know how to ask. This child is too young to fully grasp the seriousness of the pandemic and what needs to be done to remain safe. We protect this child from the virus and from the fear that accompanies it. When the child is grown and knows to formulate questions about the virus, even if it is years from now, we will teach this child what happened in the year 2020. But for the meantime, all we need to do for this child is keep this child safe.
Cantor Mia! I am so excited to see you. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, Rabbi Jan. Oh my gosh, you look great. How's your Seder going?
Oh, it's wonderful. And I'm so excited that we've reached the story part of the Seder, the Magid part where we teach everybody about the narrative of Passover, what we're all doing here. Are you ready? Did you get your costumes?
I did. I found some really cool stuff. I think you're going to love it.
Oh, me too. Okay. All right, I'm going to go first. You stay right there. Don't move.
Okay. I'm right here. Wait. No.
Come on, like fight the chief, Moses saw the burning bush, the big pillar of fire. Come on, it's perfect. Look, I couldn't go to the store, okay, to get a different costume. What do you think?
So I mean, it's not at all appropriate for the story, but you look great in it, and I like the idea of putting out the. You know what? How about this?
Okay, you know what? Forget it. What about you? What do you have?
I've got this. And it's, bear with me. It's not exactly, Egypt, but I think the kids will like it. What do you think?
Darth Vader. I mean, he's a bad guy. He does believe in social distancing. Stays away from everybody. So I really like it, but maybe not for the Seder this year. I don't know. You know what? I have something else. Let me get my next one.
Okay.
What do you think?
What?
He's
Elmo.
red because he's sunburned from the desert.
Oh, right. And he's furry, which is sort of like one of the plagues, kind of.
Yeah. Or he could be a beast. I don't know. I feel like we could definitely use him for something.
Yeah, let's hang on to Elmo. I've got one other idea though I want to share with you. It's really quick. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. I think it could work. It's I just picture sort of like a modern day Moses, and I couldn't find a staff, but I got this. So
it is.
Let my people go.
I love it. And you know what? Who gets haircuts in ancient Egypt? No one, obviously.
Exactly. And hello, flower, right?
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. All right, we've done an amazing job prepping everybody, but I think maybe we should just show that great clip of video that actually tells the Passover story. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, people should really hear how it goes from the beginning, and, we'll catch up with them afterward.
Okay, sounds great. See you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Once there was a baby that his name was Moses. A long time ago, there was a mean man named Pharaoh. He was short and he was skinny. I don't know what kind of hat he wears. He just wears a hat. He has this thing that goes like this. He wanted to rule the world.
The slaves were the Jews to work all day and night, and the slaves had to build statues of him, and pyramids and sphinxes.
After the... Okay, so Pharaoh thought that the Hebrews will be against him. So he sent all the firstborn sons to die. So there was a mother.
She had a big belly, and then there was a born baby. She put him in the river. He was in the river, and Pharaoh's daughter, found him and felt sorry for him.
I'll call you Moses.
When Moses was older,
he crossed the desert,
and then he saw this really big bush,
a burning bush that it was talking, and he said to
you have to go and save the Jews. Oh, well, now I can go to Pharaoh and do this.
And then Moses came, and he said, "Let my people go."
Pharaoh said, "What do you mean? You're Egyptian?" now I'm Zeus. And then Pharaoh said,
No, 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 no.
okay, I'm gonna go here.
The water turned to blood. Frogs started coming in.
Ants, people, chicken pox.
Oh, there was also lice.
Darkness, unlimited homework.
And finally, Pharaoh said yes, just take them.
They were afraid that he would come back and be like, no. And then Moses would be like, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did. So he just hurried, put some stuff in the oven.
And they got this sort of cracker called matzah.
They went as fast as they could to the Red Sea. But then Pharaoh changed his mind, so his men started chasing them.
Moses put his staff in the sea and it got into two.
And then they went through.
But then all the Egyptian army came.
And then an alien goes to Earth.
I want revenge. There was lots of fire. All the Jews were happy and they done lots of parties. And then they lived happily ever after in Israel.
So, did you like the video?
I was so riveted, Rabbi Jen. I mean, it brought me right back, you know?
Yeah, right back. I felt like I was there in the desert, standing at Sinai with my people.
Totally. And you know what that means now? It brings us to my favorite moment. And I'm totally ready. I think this will really set the tone.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
Wow.
Plagues time!
That's amazing. Not only can you use that mask to talk about the plagues at your Seder table, but if you need to run out to Trader Joe's, you're all set.
Totally. I'm ready.
Hey, you know what? This is one of my favorite moments of the Seder too, but not because I have an amazing, I don't even know, a gas mask. Really, it's one of my favorite moments because I can perform a miracle. I can make one of the plagues happen in my own house.
What? I have to see that.
Yeah, that's right. The very first plague, I can turn water into blood, just like God helped Moses turn the river Nile into blood. Do you want to see?
I definitely want to see.
Okay, get ready. I hope it works. I hope it works.
Whoa.
It's amazing. Real blood right there from water to blood. It's my best trick.
I'm so happy you did that. Now that I know you can do that, you're invited to our Seders from now on.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Well.
Hey,
anyway,
Kevin.
moving on to the other plague. Hey, look who I got.
Plague 2 taken care of. Hey, are there any songs that take us through all of the plagues so we can sing about them and learn about them all together?
I think I've got just the thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Blood in the water made the river run red. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh should have listened to what God said. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Frogs were jumping in Pharaoh's hair.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
Pharaoh didn't like it, but the frogs didn't care.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Creepy, crawly, itchy lice.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
Mess with the Holy One, you better think twice.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Filthy flies.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
The cattle and the horses and the oxen die.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
I won't give up, old Pharaoh cried.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Boils and blisters on his skin.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
Give it up, Pharaoh, you're never gonna win.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. The hail rained down from the heavens on high. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Hurt so much made Pharaoh cry. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Swarms of locusts ate the crops.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
Hard-hearted Pharaoh just wouldn't stop.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Darkness descending in the light of day.
10 plagues in Egypt land.
Pharaoh was lost, couldn't find his way.
10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Firstborn, the final blow. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Finally, Pharaoh let the people go. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land.
Rabbi Jen, wasn't that a fun song about the plagues?
That was as fun as a song about 10 horrific plagues could possibly be.
Yeah, and you know, it really makes me appreciate our freedoms.
Yeah, me too. You know, to be free in this country, celebrating our faith and our history and our heritage around the table, even virtually with people that we love. It's pretty special.
I agree. And even though, you know, we're lucky to be free, I think our ancestors knew that freedom was not easy to come by. And in the wake of that freedom, you know, there were a lot of people who suffered, even the Egyptians.
Yeah, and you know what? Even the Egyptians were created, B'Tselem Elohim. All people were created in the image of God. And I think that's why our next ritual moment, where we pour out 10 drops of wine in memory of those who were affected by these plagues, is so important to remember that even though we are free, it came at a cost.
Absolutely. So why don't we lead everyone through the ritual together, okay?
All right. And remember, guys, after you drop your plagues on your plate, these drops of wine that symbolize the plagues, don't lick your finger.
Good point. Everybody ready? Here we go. Dam, lad, Sfardea, frogs, kinim, lice, arrow, beast, dever,
cattle disease, shechin, boils, barad, hail, arbe, locusts, choshech, darkness, makat bechorot, death of the firstborn.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Eliyahu Hanavi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Hi, everybody. We're so excited to welcome you to our home, to join us at our Seder table in a moment. I want you to know that many years ago, when I was a little kid, my Uncle Mickey, who was a famous Reform rabbi who made Aliyah to Israel, was coming to our home in Miami to be part of our family Seder. His father, my mom's father, lived with us, and he always conducted the Seder meal. The kids were nervous. We were excited. What if we made a mistake? The Seder was beautiful. My memory of it, amazing. And I want you to know all the parts you're going to hear us doing today at our Seder table were the exact parts Uncle Mickey did at our Seder with us. In our Haggadah, we're told to lift up the Pascal Offering. So when you grab it, I can't get to it. If you have one at your table, lift it up. And if there's a young kid, definitely lift it up high. It reminds us of the Pascal Offering, the special offering that took place during the time of the ancient temple in Jerusalem. I held it up just like that when I was a little kid, when Uncle Mickey was there. By this time in the Seder, everyone is excited. We're about to eat our dinner. But wait a second, what do? We have to have a blessing before we eat. So where's the first blessing? It's a blessing over bread, but because it's really matzah, we get to say two blessings. Two blessings together. Let's all do this as one. First, we all know it. It's the Hamotzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. And then we immediately move to the next blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav B'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Thank you.
The only time matzah really tastes great. Now it's time to eat some bitter herbs. Now, if you have some, I know some houses may not have been able to find some, but you know, you can even chew lettuce, some suggest. Lettuce, when you choose lettuce, in the beginning it's sweet and it gets bitter as you chew it. It reminds us of how sweet it was when the Jews, our people, went down into Egypt and how bitter it was when they had to leave. So we eat bitter herbs, reminding us of the slavery of our ancestors and reminding us never, never, never to take advantage of anyone. Make sure we pray in the future there will be no slavery, no people who are held in servitude. That's part of our responsibility as Jews. Let's all do the blessing together. Join us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, who makes us holy through your commandments and commands us to eat maror.
Okay, I'm going to eat a little bit. You don't have to eat a lot. That's maror, all right. Hey, you have to have a little taste. A long time ago, there was a really great rabbi. His name was Hillel. You hear about him all the time. There's a day school in our community named in honor of him. On almost every campus in the Jewish world, there's a Hillel where kids, college kids, go to gather to just be Jewish, no matter what their backgrounds. Well, Hillel had a tradition. It's called the Hillel Sandwich. He would take some matzah. Got to find that matzah again. This is a favorite part of mine. And he would put on the matzah some charoset, building blocks, reminding us of our ancestors who had to build those pyramids in ancient times. And he would actually combine the sweet with a little bit more of the bitter herb. And then he would go ahead. He'd make a sandwich out of it. I'm not too good at this. It always falls apart. And then he would take a bite. Unbelievably good. I don't want to leave you out.
Thank you.
You know what it's time to do? It's time to eat a meal. So we're going to let you go and have that chance to eat. We'll come back at a certain time later and finish up our Seder. We love you. Thanks for coming to our house. We welcome you. And I have to do the one thing that always makes me happy at a Passover Seder, because she did all the cooking. Thank my beautiful, wonderful, loving wife.
Thank you, honey.
Hi, everybody. You remember earlier in the Seder when Rabbi Yedwab hid half of this matzah so that we could find it now for the Afikomen. We can't restart this Seder after our meal until somebody figures out where this is. But I have an idea. With the power of magic, all of us can make the Afikomen reappear. Let's see if it works. Abracadabra! And here it is, the other half of our matzah. Let's check if it matches. It does, I believe. There it is. It's going together with a piece that's missing, but I'm not sure where that little piece is. It's time, though, for us to get back to our Seder with the Afikomen complete. You may be wondering why I'm standing at the front door holding a Kiddush cup. Well, it's that time in our Passover Seder that we have arrived at the third cup of wine. And so join with me as we sing together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. And now, standing with this cup of wine, we're about to open the door for Elijah. We're hopeful that Elijah, who brings peace to the entire world, will join us at our Seder this year as he has in years past. Oh, Elijah, thank you for coming in.
Eliyahu hanavi, Eliyahu hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu hagiladi, bimera v'yamenu, yavo eleinu, Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu hanavi, Eliyahu hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu.
Hi, everybody. It's Rabbi Josh reporting from Jerusalem for our Echad Miyodea section, our Who Knows One section, with a competition between our immediate past Yifty president, Mac Bauer, and our current Yifty president, Emma Dwoskin. Also on the screen is Jen Later helping me judge the competition. Mac and Emma, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, you're first. Take a deep breath and answer. Who knows 13?
I know 13. 13 are the attributes of God. 12 are the tribes of Israel. 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream. 10 are the commandments. 9 are the months of pregnancy. 8 are the days of the Brit Milah. 7 are the days in the week till Shabbat. 6 are the orders of the Mishnah. 5 are the books of the Torah. 4 are the matriarchs. 3 are the patriarchs. 2 are the tablets.
Oh, gets through 4. Very good. Nice job.
Good
Mac,
job.
very impressive. We're certain, though, that Emma's going to take her best chance at it. Emma, are you ready? All right, here we go. Emma, answer this question. Who knows 13?
I know 13. 13 are the attributes of God. 12 are the tribes of Israel. 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream. 10 are the commandments. 9 are the months of pregnancy. 8 are the days of the Brit Milah. 7 are the days of the week till Shabbat. 6 are the orders of the Mishnah. 5 are the books of the Torah. 4 are the matriarchs. 3 are the patriarchs. 2 are the tablets of the commandments. 1 is our God of the heavens and the earth. I know 13. 13. All right.
Very good. Emma gets all the way through once and starts the second round. Nice job. Well, Rabbi Jen, are you ready to declare a winner?
I don't know. Do I get a turn to go?
Ah, wow. A twist in the competition. Rabbi Jen wants her shot to beat the immediate past president and the current president of Yifty. Rabbi Jen, are you ready?
I've never been more ready.
Who knows 13?
I know 13. 13 are the attributes of God. 12 are the tribes of Israel. 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream. 10 are the commandments. 9 are the months of pregnancy. 8 are the days of the Brit Milah. 7 are the days of the week till Shabbat. 6 are the orders of the Mishnah. 5 are the books of the Torah. 4 are matriarchs. 3 are patriarchs. 2 are the tablets of the commandments. 1 is our God who is in the heaven and the earth. Woo!
Well, here's the problem, Rabbi Jen. Emma went back to Who Knows 13 a second time. You showed off and lost this battle. The official winner is the current Yifty president, Emma Dwoskin. And now back to your Seders.
How many of you have a Miriam's cup at your table? How many of you know who Miriam was? Miriam was Moses' sister. She was a leader of the Israelites. She was a prophet and a singer and a dancer. We first meet Miriam on the shores of the Nile River as she watched over baby Moses in a basket. And then we meet her again when the Israelites finally escaped slavery and crossed the Red Sea, making their way into freedom, singing and dancing. And legend teaches us that a well of water followed Miriam around in the desert, helping to sustain the Israelite people for the 40 years while they wandered. Miriam's cup represents strength and joy. And so in our family, at my Seder, we pass around Miriam's cup, each pouring in a little bit of water, recognizing that we all are responsible for sustaining and for nurturing the Jewish people on our journeys, just like Miriam did. We're almost at the end of our Seder. We're at our 4th cup, our final cup of wine, and so we raise our glasses and we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. But though we have finished the rituals of our Seder, our lessons are not done. We're taught that when we leave our table this evening, we take those lessons with us and we continue fighting for the freedoms of those who need to be free. We continue sharing our stories and the stories of our people. We continue connecting with our communities and our friends and our families. We usually say at the end of a Seder, L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. But I think our wish might be a little bit different this year. I think this year we might wish next year, may we all be safe and healthy. May we all be able to be back together with our friends and our communities and our families celebrating Passover, L'shana haba'ah, next year. But no Seder is really complete without some singing.
Then came the cat quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadia, Chagadia. Then came the ox and drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadia, Chagadia. Then came the butcher and slew the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadia, Chagadia. Then came the angel of death, and killed the butcher, that slew the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadia, Chagadia. Then came the Holy One, blessed be God, and destroyed the angel of death. That killed the butcher, that slew the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadia, Chagadia. Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. Lishana haba'a, Lishana haba'a